Say hey everybody, Golfhouse here, and welcome to my Minecraft screen. And whenever you see a video that starts with a Minecraft screen, you know what that means. That's right, it's new series time! Ooh, let's light up all the buttons and not accidentally quit the game. Okay, so you may have noticed if you follow me on Twitter, and if you're not following me on Twitter, why not? You may have noticed on Twitter that I have been accepted onto the Fullstack Gaming vanilla server, and I am super stoked about it. The guys and gals on that server are super amazing, and they were kind enough to invite 5 new people to join their ranks, and I get to be one of them. Now, I have not been on the server yet. It's sitting down here at the bottom of my list. It looks like Pigglesworth, who is another one of the new members, is on currently. I haven't been on the server yet, mainly because I wanted you guys to share in this moment with me. So let's go ahead and hop in for the first time. Wow. Lots of big stuff. He's saying welcome back. I did have a bit of a false start. Earlier I was trying to do something and accidentally clicked the button to get in. So technically it's my second time, but that first time was for all of about half a second. Anyway, let's have to look around, shall we? We see there's another portal up here. They've clearly had their dragon battle. I would go ahead and punch that, but I know what happens when you do. So this is the spawn area. Now their spawn town, as you can see, is in the middle of an ocean with a little bit of island over there and a little bit of island over there, and all sorts of big stuff going on here. So I'm going to just have a look-see. I have no idea what's up here. I know my way around a little bit from watching the other Fullstack members' videos, but I haven't watched them in any kind of constructive order to get a feel for where things are, except that there are some really tall buildings here at spawn, some pretty big drops, and a whole lot of water. So let's go wandering around and see what kind of trouble we can get into, and then I think I will share some of my ideas for what I expect this series to become. So one of the things that I'm not particularly used to about joining a server for the first time is having yes, Pigglesworth, I am, is having a lot of immediate access to resources. But if we come around to the side of this giant enderhead, you'll see that they've clearly got the iron thing worked out. So right now, if you look at my inventory, for which I'm earning an achievement, you'll see I've got nothing. But through the magic of video editing, that's going to change right about now. Okay, now we are fully ironed up. I need to get a hold of some wood, and I believe we can probably make that happen around here too. So we've got, you can see I took a stack of iron, and if you're wondering if that's kosher, I think it is. I may come over here at some point and kind of help out in this effort to get some blocks created, because that's just one of the things that you should do on the server. I don't know a whole lot about Pigglesworth. I've actually just started watching his videos recently, but he seems like a pretty okay fellow. I'm over here getting some food. Let's check our sounds. Okay, well that still is incredibly loud, but oh well. How are we doing over here? Okay, we've actually got plenty of food for the moment, so I'm gonna take a half stack of that uh, since most of it hasn't been cooked yet. We'll go ahead and nom on the chicken while we go walking around, and I'll go find some other interesting things. Hopefully there's some wood lying about here somewhere. Okay, there is some wood up there, but this looks like it's somebody's building site. So we're going to leave that alone. We've got some sheep here that sadly don't have any grass to regrow their wool. I wonder what that's all about. One of the unfortunate things about being new to a server is you haven't had a chance to really catch up on everybody's videos, so you're a little behind the times with regards to the backstory behind things. So this is Mr. Sheepco's free-range sheep pen over here, where these sheep are, I'm sure, being taken good care of. Another interesting tidbit, Mr. Sheepco, as you can tell by the fact that his name is Mr. Sheepco, is a friend to woolen creatures, as am I. And he's taken some grief over that in the past, and I'm sure that he is super excited to have another friend of the sheep on board. I think you can tell which building is his. So I'm gonna go and try to dig myself up some wood. I believe there's a tree farm back in the city somewhere, and then that way we can get ourselves weaponized as well as we have gotten ourselves armored. Okay, so it took me all of about 15 seconds to find the tree farm. Not because it looks like a tree, but just because you can probably see that thing from space. Or at least from Sarah Palin's house. So the way that this tree farm works, it's not one of the fancy kind of automated ones, but what it lacks in automation, it makes up for in volume. You've got the oaks down there, the birches on this floor, the dark oaks over here, and as you keep going up, the trees just keep on coming. The acacias are here. I believe the spruce are next. Yes, and then that leaves the top floor, since the jungle trees are by far the tallest ones. They go up here. So I think what I'm going to do is I am going to come down to maybe the dark oak one, because the dark oaks generate a lot of wood. They also generate a lot of saplings, so that I can be a good citizen of the server and do some replanting, and then we'll have almost everything that we need. Okay, so I've gotten myself weaponized down here with tools. I've got plenty of wood. I've actually got some more back over smelting into charcoal as the tree over at the tree farm. And one of the little pieces of alchemy that is present on the Fullstack server is the one-person sleeping module popularized on Hermitcraft. So if I come into bed, I believe, yeah, it's daytime. Even though I'm not the only person on the server, me being in bed was enough to make it day, which I think I'm going to like that quite a bit. This thing here, this monstrosity, is the King of the Ladder tournament thingamajig. Let's see if it's mostly put back together. It looks like Sheepco put that together. I know they've had at least one match on there, and I know several of us new folks on the server want to take a stab at it as well. So I'm sure that'll be coming shortly. This is a hotel, it looks like. so many buildings that I just don't know anything about. This over here is the residential area, and it's suggested, but not by any means required, that people come and build kind of their little, I guess you could call it the starter home base facility. This is Sheepco's establishment here, making awesome use of the foliage and the trapdoor shutters there. There's a whole lot of this sea lantern stuff going on. I'm 95% sure. Yeah, he likes his anvils. 95% sure that they have gotten a guardian farm going. I have no idea what this is about. I'll have to find out. But yeah, so eventually we are going to want to do something like this as well. This is Sheepco's. This is whose is this? This is Van's. Come over here. This is Moshmo's. He left his door open. I'm almost positive it wasn't actually him. It was probably somebody else. This thing over here is Phineas's, and he makes it intentionally difficult to get into because he is an intentionally difficult person. Lols. I don't know why I'm snooping in everybody's business here. This is Turtle Tickler's little hut. We'll have to get our flag designed from Mostly Harmless and make sure that we get our builds appropriately labeled. I'll have to think of a good place to put a little starter house. Maybe over here in the corner somewhere. I don't know. I'll have to check and see if there's any plans on expanding these little side islands here, because I don't want to interfere with anything that Sheepco or Finn have got going. But these little areas here they're too small for me to really do much with them on their own, but if I put them together, that might just work. And maybe we can build like a little tunnel that comes underneath and have some kind of thing like that. But I'm still just coming up with ideas. We're far from that part of our journey at this point. And then there's this building. Yeah. So this building, when you come in here, has one of these nifty little minecart elevator thingies that I've never actually used before, so it was neat to see that work on my first try. But this is the Death Games area. And I don't think we have... Oh, we do have instructions. So let's not glitch on the anvil, but let's go ahead and read them. It's an ongoing PvP game that everyone is welcome to join. I should say it is completely opt-in. I have cleared that. You do not automatically get enrolled in this little competition. Every so often, a system will select a name from all the people. That name appears in the chest, which is down here somewhere. The name of the player is the target that everybody has the option to go and kill without retaliation or remorse, with the understanding that you'll help pick up all of their stuff once you've killed them. So in order for the death to be a legitimate kill, you have to use the armor and weapons provided. So you can't go find somebody who doesn't have any armor and go attack them with your diamond gear. You have to use the specific stuff that is provided. If the target is killed by the attacker, then the target must pay the attacker 1 diamond as a reward. If the attacker dies in the fight, then the attacker pays the target diamond as a reward. The attacker may not attempt to kill him again, and the button must be pressed to remove the target's name from the chest. So that's kind of how all of this works. If we come over here, we will see that currently Moshmo is the chosen one. Now that doesn't mean that I can just go and start slaying him if he manages to come on. For one thing, I'm not real good at that yet. For another thing, I have not put my name into this system yet. I actually have to figure out how to really do that. I don't know if I just name an item. I know I name something and I stick it in the chest, but I don't know if it will just feed out automatically or if there's something in the redstone workings that you have to do to make that happen ahead of time. But anyway, these are the materials here that that you would look at. And you see there's the golden chest plate of justice. Everything is of justice. So that's the helmet of justice, pants of justice, Air Jordans of justice. You've got justice all over the place. I don't know what these are doing here. I guess they're waiting to be justicized. I don't know. I'm the new guy. Don't ask me questions. So anyway, one of the things that we're going to want to do is get ourselves involved in this. But before we do that, we need to get our levels up because we need to enchant our day-to-day gear. Because if somebody comes after us, even though this is, you know, golden armor and leather stuff, and it's, well, there's nothing in there. It's iron swords and bows. Even with that, they're going to beat us unless we defend ourselves properly. In order to do that, I need experience. And that's why we've come here. We are way at the top of the Nether. We've got one of these super amazing, super high above the Nether XP farm thingamajigs. I think on this server they refer to it as the XP cannon for reasons that if you haven't seen this in action, then you're about to find out. So over there is our little Patsy guy. If I throw a snowball at him, that's going to upset all of these guys. They're going to come up here and try to come after me. Their experience is going to be shot back up. So I'm just going to kind of sit here and let these guys do their thing for a bit. And before long, our experience issues will no longer be issues. Okay, so I borrowed some lapis from the chest up there. So for anybody keeping tabs at home, I now owe the community 18 pieces of lapis lazuli. And I really don't see me doing anything with lapis except bringing it back here because this little XP farm, awesome! Anyway, I think we've done pretty good here. Our helmet has protection 4. Didn't have unbreaking on it, but, you know, beggars can't be choosers. The same thing with the chest plate. The leggings have protection 4, unbreaking 3, so we are pretty well protected there. And that's before we get to the boots. Now, the boots have protection 4 and unbreaking 3, but you see the really important one there, Depth Strider. Given the prevalence of water in this map, Depth Strider is going to come in handy. I feel pretty confident of that. We've got a pretty decent work pick for now, efficiency 4 and unbreaking 3. I don't know how long an iron pick will last even with unbreaking 3, but it should do okay. And our sword, no sharpness, which is unfortunate, but it does have the looting, which is going to come in handy later on, I think. So, yeah. I also noticed that Sheepco has a secret chest over here. Does he have any unbreaking that I could potentially convince him to let me have? Doesn't look like it. Oh well. I'm sure when he gets unbreaking on something, he uses it on a much more effective tool than anything that I've got going on. So I'm going to come down here. I'm going to do one of these things that always terrifies me whenever I do it. I'm going to fall off, back on, fall off, back on. I see people do that all the time in videos like this, and it drives me crazy because it scares the out of me. Anyway, we're going to go back down into the Nether proper and go check out the other big farm that's on the server. And what do you know? It's right here. So this is their little tunnel to the end. Those of you who watched the Mostly Harmless series know that we were just getting started with our end program here on Fullstack. They've got it pretty much perfected. So if we come through here, I know. Oh, did I go the wrong way? I'll bet you I went the wrong way. And yep. So let's jump in. And let's see. Hey. I've got a sword. I can take care of you. Yeah, they did not disable that that silverfish spawner because I believe that's the last one left on the server. They've destroyed the other two, and they're trying to save that one for posterity. So if we come down here, we get to our little end portal, and you can see I'm already picking up experience along the way. And here's our guys. Let's go ahead and turn those guys down because they are going to be annoyingly loud. Now this is one of those where you can take TNT. I don't know if they have any TNT lined up in here, probably not. But you can take TNT, set it down, set it on fire. Because it's in the water, it will kill all these guys without doing any damage to the surrounding area. I, on the other hand, prefer my death a little bit more manually focused. So let's just go ahead and knock out some of these guys. You know, the passive nature of the XP farm in the Nether is nice and all, but sometimes it's nice just to, you know, get your hands dirty. Okay guys, well I think we've gotten into just about enough trouble for one episode on our brand new Fullstack server home. One thing that I did want to address, because when I made it onto the server, a bunch of my mostly harmless friends were understandably concerned. But they shouldn't be. I'm not going to be leaving Mostly Harmless. I probably will not be releasing Mostly Harmless episodes with the same frequency that I have before because, well, look at this place. But that's probably another concerned citizen getting on my phone there. But the truth of the matter is, there's things that I still want to do on Mostly Harmless that I can't do here. You know, we can't really do an end farm here because we already have one. We can't make a massive Nether XP farm because we already have one. But those are things that Mostly Harmless still needs, and those are things that I want Mostly Harmless to have. I'm also going to be keeping an eye out for people that would be a good fit for my BFFs over on that server. So if you're interested in that series, let me know. We might be able to do something for you. In the meantime, though, I'm going to be doing a lot of work here. I think we've gotten a lot accomplished. I mean, how many series do you know where at the end of the first episode you are decked out in protection gear and you've got killer enchants on your armor and you've got all this to play with? I'm super excited. In the next episode, I think what we're going to do is try to find some more kind of natural resources, and I'm going to look into the possibility of maybe kind of commandeering this corner of the island for my little spawn house build. Failing that, I think there might actually be some space over here. Well, no, this is just as tied up. I'm gonna find a place to call home here in the here on the spawn island and get at least the start of some kind of neat little shack going. Hope you'll join me for that. If you've liked this video, go ahead and click the like button, and if you've really liked it, go ahead and click the subscribe button. I'm not going to tell you to stalk me on social media because I'm going to be way too busy for any of that anytime soon. And, well, you know what? Stalk me on social media anyway because I'm addicted to that. And until next time, my name is Golfhouse. This has been Fullstack. Catch you later.